Look, this is really a knockout panel. Should I show you? I guess maybe. So, we don't really want you to walk on there, but you can take a look if you want. Everything out there is coming down, and we're replacing it with one of the most beautiful ballrooms that you've ever seen.
Last night was a sales pitch. This ballroom can be yours for the small price of $200 million. Microsoft, Facebook, Google, Amazon, and Lockheed Martin executives were all in the room, and the president made them cut checks before they got their entrees. This big, beautiful ballroom isn't taxpayer funded. Trump's using his own cash with a little help from his friends. How big is the ballroom? 90,000 square feet. Trump's hoping to host inaugurations there, maybe his third. But of course, we're looking for a deal.
We just gave out the excavation contract, and I guess he was in for $3.2 million. I said, can you do it for $1.5? No, I can't do that, sir. I can't. I said, this is once in a lifetime. This is the excavation of the White House grounds for what will be one of the best, most beautiful ballrooms in the world. Sir, I can't. I got him down to $2 million, so it's not terrible.
The ballroom's not the only thing on his mind. Don the Builder used the dinner to poll his guests on the size of the triumphal arch.
Lady Liberty, Lady did what? So the sizes would be very different. Small, medium, and large.
Trump's expanding the People's House. Meanwhile, Democrats can't even figure out who's running their house. Squatters, AOC, and Bernie changed the locks, and now Schumer can't get in. And they threw their own party with CNN. AOC says it's her house now, and if anybody has a problem with that, you can take it up with her.
So what commitments from?
I think we need the ink on paper. I don't accept IOUs. I don't accept pinky promises. That's not the business that I'm in.
AOC is the new Nancy Pelosi with a healthy hip, and Chuck's been thrown out of the house. Even CNN knows he's homeless.
We actually heard from House Speaker Mike Johnson today on Chuck Schumer. He said he's supporting the shutdown to prevent a primary challenge from his left wing. Do you think that's what's driving Senator Schumer here?
No, absolutely not. It is so insane suggestion.
Alexandria can't hit that pitch. It's right down the middle. Everyone knows it's coming. Burn Dog had to jump in and bail her out.
But are you saying that Senator Schumer should not be worried about a primary challenge from you?
I mean,
all right.
no.
This is
what we're talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
This is what we're talking about.
You have a country that is falling apart. We had a housing crisis, a healthcare crisis, an education crisis, massive income and wealth inequality, a corrupt campaign finance system, and the media says, oh, you're going to run. What are you going to run for? Nobody cares.
We're talking about a primary challenge because Schumer shut down the government because of a primary challenge. That's why we care. Everyone in D.C. is talking about it.
Republicans continue to say that this shutdown is because you're worried about Ocasio-Cortez and the left. How does that make you feel?
Look, the bottom line is we are fighting for the American people.
No, he's not. He's fighting for illegals. And now he's getting cooked like a hot dog. Even Bernie's getting burned.
How do you think this shutdown reflects on Chuck Schumer's leadership?
Well, how do you feel? You tell me. Think it's a good idea to give $1 trillion in tax breaks to the richest people in the country and then make massive cuts to health care for working class people?
I think Chuck Schumer has voted for continuing resolutions 13 times in the last 4 years, and he has the opportunity to vote for one again, but he's refusing to come to the table.
His own party's the Schumer shutdown. Here's Fetterman.
Shutting the government is really what it wants to do. And I follow country, then party. And it's the wrong thing for the country in a period of chaos. I refuse to vote to shut our government down.
Fetterman's the only Democrat telling the truth, and that makes him a threat. There will be consequences. More on that later. With workers missing paychecks while Democrats are on a luxury retreat in Napa Valley wine country, the phones are blowing up.
I think I'm going to be leaving the Democrat Party. They need to do the right thing and reopen this government instead of keeping it shut down like they're hijacking it. It is basically a Schumer shutdown from what I've seen.
Schumer's on thin ice, and Hakeem's moving his hips, but not his lips. He saw the polls, and now he's hiding under his sombrero. Over half the party won't commit to re-electing him as leader. A quarter of the party flat out said, no thanks, Hakeem. Since Hakeem's not the dream, Democrats are getting on their knees and praying to the cross-legged Messiah. And he's answering their prayers. Barry's back to cutting ads.
Virginia's elections are some of the most important in the country this year, and I'm proud to endorse Abigail Spanberger. Every vote counts, so turn out. Virginia, Abigail Spanberger is the best choice for governor. Vote for her on November 4th.
Barry just endorsed a woman who supports boys and girls sports and who backs a guy who wants to shoot Republicans in the head. We'll see if Barry can turn water into wine.